Hi everyone, welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Mike, and today we have a very interesting one-day article for you. I know it's interesting because it has a really weird title. Plastic pollution with a question mark. We're asking this, plastic pollution? Yeah, plastic pollution. We have a lot of it in the world. Well, there might be an answer to this problem of plastic pollution. Cows could help. Yeah. Cows, you know, those friendly, lovely animals that we get milk from and occasionally we make into a hamburger. Cows could help us with our plastic pollution problem. And that would be great because unless you've been living on the moon or something, you guys know that we have a plastic pollution problem, a major plastic pollution problem. There's plastic on the land, plastic in the oceans, even little bits of plastic in the fish that we eat, and of course then we eat the fish and we get the plastic. But plastic is super useful, isn't it? Can you think of anything that you use in your day that doesn't involve some plastic? Or here's the better question, how many things that you use every day don't have a little bit of plastic in? Most of them do. From the shoes you're wearing to the phones you use, many of the clothes that you wear might have some form of plastic. It's everywhere, but the problem is it's not natural. It doesn't break down in the earth like paper might or something like that, something natural, because plastic is completely fake. It's artificial, it's something we make. It's great, it's useful, but it's really bad for the environment. But don't worry, cows are coming to help. I can't imagine how.
Cows contribute to global warming because of the methane they produce when they digest food. Now, scientists have discovered that cows may hold the key to another environmental concern, plastic pollution. A cow's digestive system, as it turns out, can efficiently break down plastic. Scientists in Austria confirmed this in an experiment in which they drew liquid from a cow's stomach. In the liquid, they found bacteria that eat common plastics, including PET. Plastic wrap, bottles, and bags are usually made with PET.
All right, so yes, we have a plastic pollution problem. Cows could help, apparently. I can't imagine how, but I'm very, very happy if they do. Let's talk about, though, this pollution, specifically plastic pollution. Plastic here, we can see it's a noun. We can also use it as an adjective, like a plastic bottle or a plastic bag, because these things are made of plastic. And what is plastic? It's an artificial material that people make. It's made kind of from oil and chemicals in big factories. It is really not natural. And of course, plastic is great. It's useful, it's light, we can make it into any shape. It's very strong. You can bang it around. It won't break like glass or tear like paper or something like that. So it's very useful. We use it a lot in many, many things. The problem is because it is completely made of chemicals, it doesn't break down naturally in the environment. So plastic pollution is a problem because, yeah, we recycle it. Yeah, we reuse it. This is great. But we also throw a lot of it away, and it can be a major problem. Well, it is a major problem for the earth and all the living things who want to live a happy, healthy life, because plastic isn't good for us. Amy's doll is made of plastic. All right, well, dolls are often made of plastic. Toys are, because it's very light and it doesn't break easily. But as I said, plastic is a major source of pollution. Pollution is putting dirty chemicals and other unnatural things into the environment, the air, the water, the earth, and these things dirty up the world and make it hard for living things to be healthy. Pollution is still a big problem. The factory, it says, is responsible for the pollution of the river. Here's a good example. Chemical and other factories just pumping dirty stuff into lakes and rivers causes a lot of pollution and problems. Let's get to the article. Cows contribute to global warming because of the methane they produce when they digest food. Yeah, you've probably heard about this. Sometimes say that the methane, this gas that the cows produce when they eat food, and of course most of their food is grass, a lot of the gas either comes out their bum or it comes out their mouth when they burp. It's actually more out of their mouth when they burp because, of course, cows have 4 stomachs. well, kind of one big stomach, but it has 4 different parts. They chew this grass, it goes into one part, they move it back to another part. They do things like this, just as we do, but cows do it a lot more. And this methane is a greenhouse gas. It's one of those global warming gases. So that's a big problem. Now, scientists have discovered that cows may hold the key to another environmental concern. Plastic pollution. How is a cow going to help us with our plastic problem? They're not going to eat plastic grass, are they? No, of course, that would not be healthy, and the cows wouldn't want to do that. So how can cows help us with our plastic pollution problem? It says a cow's digestive system, that's basically its stomach and everything that, processes the food, the grass that it eats. A cow's digestive system, as it turns out, can efficiently break down plastic. Nah, don't go running off to the zoo and feeding cows plastic bottles. No. But there is something to this. It's more about the chemicals in their bodies. Scientists in Austria confirmed this in an experiment in which they drew liquid from a cow's stomach. Okay, so cows, of course, like humans, have a liquid in their stomach. When we eat food, that liquid kind of eats away and breaks down the food, and then eventually we get the energy from that food in our bodies. Well, scientists had this idea, and they confirmed it by using some of the liquid from a cow's stomach. We'll find out how. But what scientists do when they do an experiment is they're trying to confirm an idea, a theory or a hypothesis, which is a fancy word for a theory, basically. Scientists say, I think if we did this, this might happen. We might find that this is true. Well, they can't just imagine it. They can't just sit around and go, yeah, you're right. You're a genius. No, they have to do an experiment to prove that it's true. And if the experiment goes the way they expect, and they get the results they expect, they have confirmed their theory or the hypothesis. If the experiment goes a little wrong, that's not what I expected, then they didn't confirm that theory, and they have to go back to thinking about it again. Dr. Hibbert confirmed that I will need to have an operation on my leg. He said I might. I thought I might. He did an x-ray, he looked at it, and then he went, yep, there's the problem. That x-ray helped to confirm that there was a big problem in my leg. Back to the article. So they got this liquid out of a cow's stomach. In the liquid, this is the stomach liquid of the cow, in the liquid they found bacteria that eat common plastics, including PET or PET. That is the most common plastic, well, one of the most, especially that we find in water bottles and things like that. As the article says, plastic wrap that you put on food, bottles, and bags, right? Plastic bags are usually made with PET. So it's a little different from the plastic in your phone or the plastic in your favorite toy or your shoes, but this PET stuff, we buy and use this stuff all the time. So if we could take care of this stuff, that would be a big step in helping to deal with our plastic pollution problem. Let's take a break, and then we'll be back with more.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。今天的课文标题是 Plastic Pollution Cows could help， 塑胶污染问题，牛可以帮上忙。我们先来看两个单字 ，plastic， 它当名词表示塑胶，当形容词就是形容塑胶制的、塑胶的。那么 pollution 这个名词它表示污染或是污染物。同学们先前可能有读过相关报道说，牛在消化食物时，它可能透过打嗝还有放屁所产生这个甲烷，它是一种温室气体，会导致全球暖化。那补充一下 ，methane 这个名词就表示甲烷，那么 greenhouse gas 表示温室气体。Mike 老师他在讲到排放气体时，他有提到 burp，B-U-R-P，burp 当动词就可以表达打嗝，还有用到 bum，B-U-M， 它可以指屁股、臀部，那就是英式口语的用法。话说回来啊，牛真的可以帮忙解决塑胶污染问题吗？课文就写到说，事实证明牛的消化系统可以有效分解塑胶。那奥地利的科学家在一项实验中证实了这一点。 在这个实验当中，他们从牛的胃部抽取液体，那在液体中，他们就发现了会吃常见塑胶的细菌，有包含 PET 这种塑胶材质。那像这个保鲜膜啊、瓶子啊，还有袋子，通常都是用 PET 制成的。我们来看单字 confirm 这个动词呢，它表示证实、确认或者是证明。Mike 老师刚刚有用到这个 hypothesis 这个字 hypothesis，hypothesis 它表示假设或是假说，是当名词。好，这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看这个重点是 as it turns out， 表示结果是怎么样怎么样，事实证明怎么样怎么样，用来带出令人意外的结果或是情况。那其中的 turn out 它是不及物动词，是指说结果是什么或是证明是什么的那种意思。举例来说 ，as it turns out。The two crimes are related。事实证明，这两起犯罪案件是有关联的。好，计划课文中。
As plant eaters, cows regularly consume a natural polyester called cutin. This substance makes up the outer part of many plants, and it has a chemical structure similar to that of PET. Therefore, the fact that cows can digest plastics makes a lot of sense. More studies are needed to find out how these stomach bacteria can be used to get rid of plastic. But if all goes according to plan, the scientists will find a way to genetically engineer the bacteria instead of drawing them from cows. This would be excellent news for our environment and for the cows.
Okay, so some very clever scientists in Austria, in Europe, had an idea that maybe the liquid in a cow's stomach that normally, breaks down the grass and the food that the cow eats could also help to break down plastic. As the article says, this is kind of how this works. As plant eaters, cows regularly consume a natural polyester called cutin. Okay, yes, cows are plant eaters. You wouldn't find a cow eating a hamburger. That would be really weird. No, of course, they eat grass and flowers and plants and things like that, right? Well, inside of that liquid in their stomach, or as they're eating, I should say, they eat a natural polyester called cutin. We can make polyester, like a polyester rain jacket or something like that, or a polyester shirt, but that's unnatural. This stuff is natural. Well, what is it about this cutin stuff? This substance makes up the outer part of many plants, the grass, and it has a chemical structure similar to that of PET or PET, that plastic. So the outer part of the grass and the bottles are very, very similar if we look at them as chemicals, if we look at them as, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, things like that. That's absolutely amazing. What a strange coincidence that this substance on grass is the same as a lot of the substance in the plastic bottles. And what is substance? Substance is basically something that we use or something that we find that makes up something else. It could come in many different forms. We might not even know exactly what it is, right? A scientist doing experiments or research in a new part of the world might find a substance in a plant or on the ground or growing on a tree or wherever, and they might say, whoa, what is this? And instead of saying what it is, because they don't know, they can use a general term to call it a substance, all right? So it's kind of a big word that can have a lot of meanings, but often when we don't know the word for what we're dealing with, the word substance is a good replacement. For example, there is a strange substance on the fence. I don't know what it is, and I don't like the look of it, and I don't want to touch it, but there's something weird over there, that weird substance, and it's green, and it's glowing, and it's talking to me. Oh my God, what is that? It's a substance from outer space, no doubt. Outer meaning on the outside of something, okay? Here's kind of an opposite word, like inside and outside. We can talk about outer or inner. Your skin is the outer part of your body. If you want to see your heart or your lungs or your stomach, those are the inner part of your body. Those are on the inside. The outer would be the outside. For example, the outer walls of the castle were damaged in the attack. The enemy was shooting rocks at the outer walls, but of course on the inside, the inner walls, they were fine. So that part of the structure was okay. And what is a structure? A structure is basically an arrangement of how something is built. If you look at plans for a building, those will show you the structure. Your skeleton, the bones in your body, provide a structure for your body, right? Your muscles and all the other parts of your body kind of hang off your bones. For example, the picture shows the structure of the human brain, how it's made up, where the different parts are, and its shape and all that. Back to the article. Therefore, so because the cows are eating this stuff and the plastic is made of something similar, therefore the fact that cows can digest plastics makes a lot of sense. It's kind of like, hey, well, you like chocolate ice cream, you might also like chocolate cake, because there's chocolate in both of them. Wow, well, yeah, it makes sense, right? So on a chemical level, these things are similar, so maybe what the cows do with the cutin, they can also do with the plastic, or at least the liquid in the cow's stomach. More studies are needed to find out how these stomach bacteria can be used to get rid of plastic. That's interesting. So it's showing us that this is kind of a new discovery, and the scientists are still working on ways, okay, we know this, but how can we actually use this in the real world? It's great to know this, but if it's just a cool thing that we're not going to do anything with, it's not really useful. But if all goes according to plan, the scientists will find a way to genetically engineer the bacteria instead of drawing them from cows. Yeah, we don't want to get cows in the job of cleaning up our plastic pollution, but if we can make something that is similar to what's in the cow's stomach, we can make huge amounts of it, and this could help us really deal with our plastic problem. As it says, this would be excellent news for our environment and for the cows. I guess the best news for the cows is that once we discover this stuff, we won't bother them anymore. They can go back to eating the grass, but we will use what we found in their stomach. Very cool. What do you think? Here's our what do you think question. If scientists are able to use stomach bacteria from cows to get rid of plastic, what effect would this have on the world? Oh my gosh. This would change the world in several ways. First, the fear of plastic pollution in our land and in our water would be much lower, and of course it would have all sorts of benefits, from smaller garbage dumps to cleaner fish in the oceans. And think of all those beaches that you've been to with bits of plastic washed up. Imagine if all of that could go away because of the magic some Austrian scientists found in a cow's stomach. That is absolutely amazing. We hope you enjoyed this, guys, and learned a little bit from it. Come back and join us for more. We'll have some great articles for you very soon. Until then, bye-bye.
牛是吃草动物，那它们经常使用一种称为角质 cutin 的天然聚酯。那这种物质呢，构成了许多植物的外层，它的化学结构呢就跟 PET 的类似，因此呢，牛可以消化塑胶的这个事实就很合理啦。只是未来还需要更多研究。如果一切都是按照计划进行，科学家将会找到一种方法来对细菌进行基因改造，而不是从牛的身上抽取。文中用到 genetically engineer something， 就是指基因改造某物。其中的 genetically， 它是表达从基因方面或者是遗传上的。那么 engineer 在这边当动词，表示设计或是建造。好，再看看单字 substance， 表示物质、物品或是东西。Mike 老师告诉我们说，碰到那种怪异不知名的物质物品的时候 ，substance 是个很好的替代用字。那老师用到 replacement， 就是在 replace 后面加上 ment， 构成这个名词就可以表达替代物、代替者。老师还用到 weird，W-E-I-R-D， 它可以形容是奇怪的、怪异的。下一个单字 outer， 它是形容外面的、外表的。那相反词是 inner，I-N-N-E-R，inner 是形容内部的、里面的。好，那我们再看到 structure 表示结构啊、构造、结构体。老师在讲到化学结构的时候，他就提到 carbon 就是碳。 ，oxygen 是氧气 ，nitrogen 就是氮或氮气。好，这边2个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看第一个重点是 make sense 的用法。那首先呢，我们如果用事物当主词的时候，它表示合理、讲得通，或者是指可能是某个行为模式啊，它有道理、合乎情理。sense 的前面可以加入 a lot of 或者是 much 等等来修饰它很合理，或者是你可以加入 no 来表达不合理。例如His excuse makes no sense at all. 他的借口一点都不合理，完全说不通啊。好，那再来，如果是用人当主词的话呢，我们会用 make sense of something 去表达理解、了解，通常是去理解某个复杂或是不寻常的人事物，像是 I can't make sense of these instructions. 我看不懂这些指示说明哎。好，下一个重点是 instead of， 它是表达代替什么什么。是什么而不是什么什么，那么它是片语介系词，后面是接名词或动名词，这个名词或动名词就是被代替的东西咯。例如 She bought a tablet instead of a laptop. 她买了一台平板电脑而不是笔记型电脑。好，以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Cows contribute to global warming because of the methane they produce when they digest food. Now, scientists have discovered that cows may hold the key to another environmental concern, plastic pollution. A cow's digestive system, as it turns out, can efficiently break down plastic. Scientists in Austria confirmed this in an experiment in which they drew liquid from a cow's stomach. In the liquid, they found bacteria that eat common plastics, including PET. Plastic wrap, bottles, and bags are usually made with PET. As plant eaters, cows regularly consume a natural polyester called cutin. This substance makes up the outer part of many plants, and it has a chemical structure similar to that of PET. Therefore, the fact that cows can digest plastics makes a lot of sense. More studies are needed to find out how these stomach bacteria can be used to get rid of plastic. But if all goes according to plan, the scientists will find a way to genetically engineer the bacteria instead of drawing them from cows. This would be excellent news for our environment and for the cows.
Hi everyone, I'm Vivian.
I'm Josh.
And today we're going to be playing Guess the Bear, where we have 2 sentences on these cards. And instead of saying the word, we will say bear. We have 3 mystery words or phrases that we have to guess. And we have 1 minute each. You ready?
Sounds good. I'm ready.
Okay, 1 minute on the clock. Let's go.
All right.
Noun, 1 word. Bear is caused by too many cars on the road. The river has been greatly affected by bear.
Traffic.
No.
No, okay.
Bear is caused by too many cars on the road.
It's pass.
Okay.
Come back.
Next one is noun, 1 word. The goblet is actually made of bear, not glass. These bags are made with recycled bear.
Plastic.
Nice. Okay, so this one is a phrase, 2 words. I'm going to stay home, bear, going out tonight. Bear, driving there, he decided to walk.
On the way.
No, but close.
All right, let's hear it again.
I'm going to stay home, bear, going out tonight. Bear, driving there, he decided to walk.
Sit down.
Don't. Okay, so that one, the
was
phrase,
just
2
completely
words,
lost.
was instead of.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to stay
Okay.
home instead of going out tonight.
Yeah, right.
Instead of driving there, he decided to walk.
Okay, well, it makes sense now.
Okay, well, let's review the first one, the pollution. It's noun, pollution.
Oh, okay.
Pollution is caused by too many cars on the road. The river has been greatly affected by pollution.
All right, well,
Okay.
let's do it. Your
My
turn.
turn, yeah.
Done. Let's start the clock. Noun, 1 word. The chair was covered in a strange blue bear. A dangerous bear leaked out of the machine.
Liquid?
No.
Fluid?
No.
Stained?
No.
Okay, I don't know.
Phrase, 4 words. Bear, they went to school together. Bear, he was driving too fast to stop.
Come on, this one's easy.
He went to school today.
Phrase, 4 words.
Okay, skip that one too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Last one, verb, 1 word. I called her back to bear our meeting. Please click to bear placing your order.
Confirm.
Oh yeah, that's it. I'll
Nice,
confirm
okay.
you got that right, but let's
Okay.
go back to the other one.
Okay.
The chair was covered in a strange blue bear. Remember, this is a noun, 1 word. A dangerous bear leaked out of the machine.
Okay, I already said fluid.
Yeah, and that was wrong.
Oil?
No. The word was substance.
Substance.
So the chair was
Okay.
covered in a strange blue substance. A dangerous substance leaked out of the machine.
Okay.
And the one you didn't get either was phrase 4 words. As it turns out. As it turns out, they went to school together. As it turns out, he was driving too fast to stop.
That was hard.
Yeah, it was hard. I thought mine was hard.
mine
But it
was
turns
hard.
out yours were a little bit more tricky.